Do you believe they sent him home? Oh my God. Hey fam, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills commentary from a singer. Oh my goodness, we were on the Voice Live shows, Eliminations. This is the second one, right? And we were eliminating people from TeamCeelo and TeamAdam. And there was one or two little surprises, and I just need to get into what happened in the show and let you know what happened. But oh my goodness. Okay, so we started out with a full recap of last night's show and each coach's comments. Then Jessie J performed Domino with TeamChristina. And Jessie J is also a coach on The Voice UK, which we just found out. So she performed this a lot better on American Idol when she did it just a few weeks ago, actually. I really like the song. I just think in this performance she wasn't really, I don't know what it was, but she just wasn't really giving it like she was. If you go back and you can actually go on probably YouTube and put in Domino, Jessie J, American Idol. It was so much a better performance. But anyway, TeamChristina joined her during the second verse, and their mics were definitely on it. And they might have should have been off, right? But they were definitely on. They weren't too far forward, so it was okay. But you can hear little bleeps and blips here and there in the background. I was like, oh, now why did they kept the mics off for the last team? And as they were clapping for her at the end of the song, they showed Arsenio Hall in the audience. And I know some of you are like, who? Arsenio Hall coming to America. So we get to the results. TeamAdam was up first to get their results. And safe on TeamAdam were Mathai, Tony, Lucca, and Pip. So I guess people did not find Tony, Lucca one-dimensional Christina Aguilera. And his songs charted at number 2 on the iTunes rock charts. So that means Karla, Kim, and Katrina had to sing for their lives. Then TeamCeelo were up for elimination, and Juliet Simms, Jamar Rogers, and James Massone were all saved by America. And Juliet Simms charted number 1 on the iTunes rock charts. So Erin, Cheesa, and Tony had to sing for their lives. And when I say Tony, I think you know I meant Tony Vincent on TeamCeelo. Yesterday, look at my comments, my commentary from yesterday, The Voice, and song choice. Okay, so first up to perform, we had Kim Yarbrough. She sang Spotlight by Jennifer Hudson. I love that this woman at 50 years old can be so current as to pick Spotlight by Jennifer Hudson. That just thrilled me. Only problem is she had a major gaffe in the performance, and she kept singing one part and the music had moved on. She obviously made a mistake. She did realize it at one point and got back on track to do the rest of the song, but you know what, that was a major gaffe and none of the other contestants did it, and I thought immediately, you know what, that is going to really count against her. She sounded good, her voice sounded good, but and I noticed some people on Twitter didn't even notice that she had messed up, and one person like, oh, yeah, she did mess up. Karla Davis was up next. She did I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt. And she sounded a lot better on this than she did last night on that song. It was more melodic. She was a lot less breathy, even though she still had a pretty breathy quality to her voice. But I think that's just the way her voice is. And she did sound pretty good in my opinion. Katrina Parker did Don't Speak by No Doubt. She showed a little of her own versatility right here by picking this song. And she handled it pretty good too. I think she sounded like a different person in different parts of the song, but I think she handled it very, very well. I thought it sounded very good. And you know, she really got into the emotion. She looked like she was on the verge of tears, you know, just battling, keeping them back. And she just brought it. Adam saved Katrina. All 3 of the other judges also thought that she was the best out of the 3. Next up, TeamCeelo had to perform, and Tony Vincent was up first with Sweet Dreams, the Eurythmics. Now let me tell you, the first thing I thought was of this performance that happened with the girl on American Idol with Sweet Dreams, and I was like, oh Lord, no. But this was totally different. He was totally invested in the performance, and I was loving it. He did not stray too far from the rhythm or the actual notes, the melody or anything like that. But notice how when he was in the lower part of the song, he really ate that mic, so we got everything. He was very, very intense. You know, he was giving just these little looks, and he would switch just a little bit here and just a little bit here. And I mean, just totally like, wham! Just, and everything. He just brought everything to him with this performance. I like the subtle changes he did in his voice, and he killed the performance. Cheesa was up next. She did All By Myself, Celine, Dion. These kids were bringing it. Sing for Your Life songs right here. I really think so. She had some really great moments in this short performance, but the thing that really blew me away and the rest of the audience naturally was this really big note that she just laid into. I was like, you better go, girl. And for people saying that one note does not win a competition, let me tell you, sometimes, as long as everything else is steady, and that one, a really, really big, high note out of someone can really win a performance. Yes, it can. I was surprised by this, that she had this in her to begin with, but she really laid it out. She really did. I thought there's no way Erin Martin can top that. I was like, it's going to definitely be between Tony and Cheesa. Erin Martin did Your Song by Elton John, and her voice is definitely different, but I didn't think necessarily good, especially with this song. I think she did the best with what she had, but for me, it wasn't pleasant. It was just several strange sounds coming out and things that I was just like, ooh. I wasn't crazy about it. She looks great, but she sounded not so great to me. So we get to the saves, and Ceelo saved, but let me say before I say who Ceelo saved, Adam went off on a full rant when he was talking about them finally doing their best when they had to sing for their life. And what he said is, why didn't they do this in the songs that they have done before? Why did they wait until the last minute, till they had to sing for their life when they actually sang, did their best? He said all of them, his team, Ceelo's team, all did their best tonight, their best performance. And why didn't they do their best performance last night? And I got some some things that I could say about that. And one of the things, as I said, you know what? They chose their own song, for one. So they probably chose something that they had some emotional investment in. Also, they didn't have any coaching. So no one gave them any outside input, or their coaches didn't give them. Let's say they might have gotten it from somebody else, but their coaches did not give them any outside input and say what I expect out of you. They did what they do best. And I think that's another reason why they did best like this. That's just a few things that I had to throw up in there for Adam. But I think the same thing. They really brought it more intensely than they would have on performance night. And what Adam says is they need to start bringing every single performance like they are singing for their life, because they are singing for a record contract, and if you really want to be a performer, that is for your life. So Ceelo saved Cheesa, and what he said was, my mind is saying Tony, but I have to go with my heart, and my heart is saying Cheesa. And so he chose to save Cheesa. What did you think of tonight's show? What did you think of what Adam said about these Sing for Your Life performances? And did you enjoy the commentary? This is Robert Anton. I am out. Peace.